1051.
Power 105.1, home of the Breakfast Club. Angel Martinez, not hip hop and R&B. It's your main man, EmEz. Across from me is a New York legend. New York legend. But before I start the interview, I wasn't a Knicks fan. Me, you were someone I could not. So I got to do this just for the young EmEz in me.
All right. You actually brought that.
I had to.
Just let the world know he putting on a Jordan jersey in front of me.
Yes. Okay, John Starks.
I don't know if we can do this interview now. Nah, I'll just play. I'll just play it with you. I'll just play.
John Starks is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. As a kid, I always wanted to talk to you, but I hated your guts. I hated your guts, but you were a consummate professional and a great basketball player in your own right. John Starks, formerly of the New York Knicks, still in the New York Knicks organization in the building. How's everything, sir?
Everything's great. Yeah, everything's great.
Tell me about some of the work you do for the Knicks now.
Alumni Relations advisors. So my job, my role is to keep all our former players involved in what we do as an organization, whether that's come to camp or whether that's dealing with a lot of our key sponsors. I'm kind of like the face of the organization. Yeah, face of the organization in the community. So I do a lot of community public speaking, going to school, talking to kids, reading, going to libraries during the summer. We do a reading program that we do throughout the summer. So I visit a lot of libraries in the tri-state area. Is that through the Knicks or through your John Starks Foundation? No, that's through the Knicks.
Okay.
Yes.
So what about the John Starks Foundation?
John Starks Foundation is a nonprofit organization that raises money for high school graduating seniors to go off to college and help with some of their expenses. And so I've been very fortunate enough to be able to do it since 1994. So going on 21 years now. So we're very extremely excited about what we have done over the years and continue to do it, with the help of key sponsors like for Lincoln of Queens, who's
we will be doing an event in Queens before let's talk about that while we're talking about it.
Yeah, so it's a test drive event. Let me make sure that we get it out here at Springfield. I want to say Springfield High School, let me make sure I get this right. So it's a Springfield Educational Complex on Springfield Boulevard in Springfield Garden, New York. So what it is that for Lincoln of Queen bring a lot of vehicles out, and we're asking everybody to come out and test drive the vehicles, and in doing so, everybody who test drive for Lincoln of Queens and Ford gives $20 to my foundation, as well as to the Family on 3 Foundation too, and that's Anthony Mason Jr. who started this foundation in honor of his father to help give back to the school that he went to.
So let's talk a little basketball. Let's talk a little basketball with you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the state of the Knicks organization? Well, not the organization, just the team on the court. How do you feel about their play?
Well, it was tough this year, obviously. There's no sugarcoating it. Everybody's expected better from the team this year. You saw some bright spots, obviously.
KP.
KP, definitely KP. Nobody knew that.
I get on Knicks fans all the time because when he was drafted, every Knicks fan booed, who is this kid? Oh, my God. And then the first month, he was Rookie of the Year. Chris Stapps. Typical New Yorkers. Now, how do you think you would play in this league nowadays? Because you play with the physicality and the hand checks and all that. These guys run circles around these kids now.
They're running free right now. I tell people that I played in a league like this before I got to the Knicks, and this was a league called the World Basketball League. So it's for guys like 6'5" and under. I'm talking about style of play. I shouldn't say league, but style of play, where it's just up and down, fast-paced basketball. And, it was a lot of fun. I averaged about 25, 30 points a game doing it like that. So it definitely was a lot of fun. But, these guys are talented. You can't take anything away from them, and they just playing with today's rules.
Yeah.
And so, and you got some, teams out there that's doing it better than others. Obviously Golden State.
You think they're gonna break the Bulls record?
It's gonna be tough. They have I think San Antonio twice. I want to say, and I believe Oklahoma City.
They just lost the other night to Boston in overtime.
Yeah, Boston played well.
That's a good
they
up-and-coming
played
team
well.
too.
Yeah, it is. They did a great job of getting up and playing physical defense and running them off those 3-point shots. And so you got to take your hat off to them. They competed well and did all the things that they needed to do in order to win that game.
All right, so Sunday sit down is your main man, EmEz. New York legend John Starks is in the building. I'm honored to have you sit here. Next question is, have you ever thought about coaching?
I did when I first retired. I did some coaching in the USBL for a couple of years, and that was enough for me.
Oh, that's it.
That was it. Yeah.
Give me some coaching stories, Mr. Starks.
Man,
Let me hear some.
It was tough, man. As players, you don't even realize, how tough it is as a coach, and you don't realize that coaches take home the loss more so than you do.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so they have to live with what went wrong and try to figure it out. And as players, you just go on to the next game. You think about it for maybe, a couple of hours or so, then you forget about it because you got another game. The coach had to figure out what went wrong. We had a game plan, and it didn't work out. And so you kind of live with that, and it's very stressful, very stressful. I talked to some coaches who, obviously I played for, and, I had one coach who had like 9 ulcers inside of him. You know what I mean? So do you think I want to go through that? No.
Absolutely. John Starks in the building. It's your main man, EmEz, the Sunday sit down. Tell me about the celebrity classic, the golf classic you got going on. Who's going to be on that bill?
Yeah, well, we have a lot of guys that come out and participate. So many incredible celebrities who've come over the years. The ones I think of obviously is Dr. J and my former teammates. Allen Houston's there, Herb Williams. Been trying to get Patrick involved in golf. He's starting to pick up the club a little bit, get him a little bit more involved.
That's got to be a long pause. A long golf club for Pat Ewing.
Oh yeah, it's like his pitching wedge is probably like my driver.
That's crazy.
So but we have a lot of celebrities from the entertainment industry too who comes out. So we do that September the 20th up in Westchester, and so. A lot of fun, Tamarack Country Club. So a lot of fun, my events, I try to make sure that, guys come out and just be relaxed and just enjoy themselves. And the sponsors always seem to enjoy themselves. So we raise a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. How often do you get to kick it with your old teammates from those Knicks teams?
Quite a bit. Yeah, I see a lot of those guys all the time. Obviously I see Patrick and I see Oak, I see Herb because we live close to each other, Allen Houston. I could go on and on. That was a close knit team.
See, now that we talk about this, it's a great segue. D'Angelo Russell.
Oh wow.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on, talk to me, John. You can't do that, God. Like that, forget the. And I've heard a lot of people tell me, "Oh, it's because he's 19, he's young."
No,
you're not supposed to do that at 12.
No, you don't supposed to do that. Yeah, everybody know that.
So now, if Oak did that to you,
what?
If Oak did that to you.
Oak wouldn't do that to me.
There you go. We ain't got to go further. You know what I'm saying?
He wouldn't do that. Obviously the locker room is your safe haven. So you should be open to talk about anything. This wasn't even in the locker room. I think this is
the hotel room.
In a hotel room.
Yeah.
That's even worse, I think. Yeah, because it's just one-on-one, you and your teammate. And so I'm not sure why he did it. I'm not sure if he.
There's no explanation for that.
Yeah, I'm saying he didn't even explain it. Not that I haven't heard one. So it was, I don't know. It's a little different nowadays. So
it seems to everybody I ask that question, it seems mind-boggling for them to wrap their head around, like, what kind of person are you to record it and then thought that it was going to be a prank, man? Like, that's not. Well,
it's going to be tough for him to get the trust back from his teammates.
He's going to have to buy a lot of cars and watches and stuff.
I don't think that's going to even do it either.
Damn.
That's going to be tough. Like I said, you build trust within each other, and when you violate that, it's tough to get it back. It really is.
You're not lying. It's John Starks. The Sunday sit down at your baby at EmEz. Who you got winning the NCAA?
Oh, man. You know what? I think it's going to be a great game, more so than it was these last two games.
Absolutely.
But I like Villanova. I like Villanova. I think
no East Coast bias there.
No, there's no East Coast bias. Just looking at the team,
Okay.
But obviously North Carolina is a very talented team. They kind of evenly match, I think, as far as big man. With Villanova over the years, I think with Jay Wright, he was so much guard oriented team. You know what I mean? Guys like Lowry, as well as Randy Ford. Those guys carry the team. You know what I mean? And so I think now he got a good mixture of a good guard play, good inside play, hell of a defensive team. That's what I like about them. They get after you. The way they shut down Buddy Hield, it was like amazing.
Yeah, that boy could score.
Yeah, he could score, and they literally shut him down. And so I think that it's going to be a close game, but I think Villanova. I like Villanova.
Got you. John Stark's in the building. The Sunday sit down. I mean, I know you're in a rush to go.
No,
I can sit here
talk all day.
All day. I got to make a phone call later because I'm gonna tell. one of my friends is gonna have a heart attack.
I got some Bulls gear for you. My company, we do NBA licensed products, so I'm gonna send you something that you gonna like. That you gonna like. Yeah.
So what else you got working on in the future that you want people to keep a lookout for?
Well, that's one. I have a clothing company called Zipway. We have a license to do NBA licensed product, and we have a patent to be able to transition in and out your pants using zippers instead of buttons. So like the old breakaway pants.
Got you.
I'm calling it old. So
okay,
we got the new. We got the new.
Nice.
And so that's going extremely well for us, and we're excited about the products that we're putting out right now. But I get it to you.
If you ever need a model,
I got you. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna shoot it to you.
I'm looking forward to working with you next week with the Ford situation and the kids and the donation. So we'll be seeing more of each other.
Yes, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
It's the Sunday sit down. Your main man, EmEz, John Starks. Thank you, man.
All right, thank you, bro.
Another example of how easy does it. Power 105.1.